Hello and welcome to the Real Talk and Banter podcast, the movie podcast where we discuss and review films that are at least a decade old. I'm Omari Williams.
And I'm Jay Richardson.
Today we are discussing Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey.
Did you know there was a 2 to this?
I did. Lost in San Francisco, I think it's called.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're a fan. All right.
Well, I mean, yeah. I had both those VHSs in my house growing up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Homeward Bound, obviously my selection here. Definitely a childhood favorite. I don't know how many times we've watched it, we being me and my brothers, but it is definitely one. Like, I'm watching it, in preparation for this recording, and most of the scenes are fresh. I'm like, oh yeah, that. Like, I know what's coming. It's not like I'm having to be reminded of a lot of stuff. I most recently watched this in 2009 in college with my roommate Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. Yeah, so that's the last time I think I watched it. No, that's not true. I've watched it more recently. I think I've watched it since Malachi was born, actually.
No,
so that's since 2020. Yeah. Yep.
You're trying to get him aligned?
Well, I wanted to sit down and watch this with him, but it didn't line up. My time and his time didn't line up. It was just like he has homework and bath time routines and all this stuff. So when I'm ready to watch the movie, he has to go to bed. So it just didn't work out.
Yeah. I mean, you could give him a little all right, you can stay up to watch this, but I guess not. Strict dad.
No.
Like, all right, strict dad.
Tuesday
we got
night
it.
Or Thursday night, just like.
We got it. We got it.
Okay.
You don't bend the rules. Got it. I haven't seen this movie till since probably the 90s, so everything was fresh.
Oh,
everything was brand new. I was like, what the it's like a random ghost girl showed up. I was like, what the fuck? Where'd she come from?
I did forget about the lost girl. That was one of the parts I was like, oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah. I had no idea about that part. I think everything else I generally knew about, but yeah, that part I was like, what the fuck? When did Ghost Girl show up? Is this new?
Ghost Girl? Why was she dead? God.
I don't know what she was doing.
Oh my gosh. So I could not find the budget for this movie. It wasn't like publicly released or something.
That's
weird. It did make 41.8 million domestically and 57 million worldwide.
Oh, that sounds good.
It sounds good. I mean, everything I said saying it was a success. As you noted, there was a sequel created. So you usually don't make sequels for trash movies with no IP, right? So, just like I was curious, I tried to do a comparison. I tried to find other like dog or animal movies around the 90s. So, Air Bud, which is another.
Oh, Air Bud is my shit. Oh yeah.
So that cost $3 million to make, and it grossed $23 million.
Ooh, nice.
That's
a hell of a payback.
I know. Shiloh, I couldn't find how much that cost either, but that only made $1 million. That was a 1997 movie. Lassie, the 1994 movie, I couldn't find their budget either, but they made $9.8 million. And then there's other stuff like non-dog movies like Dunstan Checks In. Do you know that one?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's with a monkey, a chimp. I don't know the whole deal, but this boy is friends with this monkey. I've seen the movie, but I don't know how it got to, like, I don't know how the plot was supposed to be. But anyway, that cost like $20 million because there's a freaking chimpanzee in the movie, and it only made $9.9 million. And then, do you know Gordy?
Yeah.
Gordy had a $6 to $7 million budget and made $3.9 million. Nice. So just to give you a range, it looks like Homeward Bound did really well. I left out some big movies like Babe and Beethoven. Those movies made over $100 million. Those are, Beethoven has like 5 movies in it or something, and Babe was a classic. I think Babe made like $200 million.
Babe, the freaking pig.
Yep. Yeah. I think
The
that's what it's
animated
saying.
one or the real
Not the
live?
animated one, the
Oh,
real one, the real
oh,
Babe movie.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, hold on. Now you're making me doubt myself.
No, I trust you. I just didn't think 200 million for Babe.
Well, I didn't write it down, so I could have gotten it wrong. Yeah, no, 254 million worldwide. Yeah, against a $30
Jesus.
million budget. So
Damn.
yeah, Babe was a smash hit.
That's why
Yeah.
everyone likes Bacon. I mean, you just can't go wrong.
Wow. All right. Moving past.
Big
I do
genocide.
love bacon. I do love bacon, by the way.
I
Don't
mean,
anyone
everyone's
get it
bacon.
twisted.
Like,
But
I mean,
you know,
you just can't go wrong
let's
with
not
bacon.
let's not talk about Babe that way.
I'm sorry.
You know how popular? Why were pigs so popular? We had Gordy, you had Babe, you had Charlotte's Web. Like, what's with the pigs in the movies?
I don't know, but I want one. I've been thinking about it.
Really? No, you don't.
Yeah, I want a pet pig, bro.
I can actually see you with a pet pig.
I mean, hey, what
Don't.
can I say? I want a pet
Oh
pig.
my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna just give my apologies up front here. I am recovering from
Death.
I'm allergy attack. My allergies attacked me. I won, but I'm recovering. So I may sound a little off. Forgive me.
There's gonna be angry posts about this.
Hey, listen, I'll take it. Once you get posts about the podcast, that means people are listening.
That's true. It's fair.
Yeah. All right. So starting off with this movie, the movie is set in. Okay, so they were a little unclear. So it's in California or somewhere. They go to take the dogs to the Sierra Nevada, the mountain range, the mountains in between like California and Nevada and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a ranch there, and then they're moving to San Francisco.
Are they? That whole thing was kind of weird. I'll be honest. I'm still
Very
confused about what is actually happening, where they're actually moving to, why they're coming back, why are they visiting, why is he in school? I was so confused.
Because like it was forcing me to go down this rabbit hole of shit that I just don't care about because because the Kate was her name. She made reference to taking the horses to winter grazing. So I'm like, is that a festival or some shit? So I looked that up, and that's essentially, I guess, you take the horses someplace when it's the cold or wet season, depending on where part you are in the country, you know?
Yeah.
So that, but she said she's only going for a couple of days. So I guess she's dropping the horses off because my understanding is that the horses are going to be doing this for a few months, right?
I didn't know. I thought it was just like, yeah.
Because
it'll
still be cold and wet or whatever when she comes back in 2 days. So I guess she wants to drop them off.
Yeah, she dropped them off, let them do their thing and graze, and I guess she picks them back up in springtime.
Yeah. So I was trying to nail this down. Like, what time of year is this? When is this happening? When is fucking Bob uprooting his family to go take them, to across the state or whatever in the middle of the school year for a temporary position? I'm like, hey, Bob, how about you go do your fucking job and we're gonna stay here and live our lives,
bro? I have that exact note. I'm like, why is he taking the children? Like, just go and come back.
Because at first I was like, is this in the summertime? But no, it's not. So, and then we did see the kids in a classroom.
Yeah,
but it didn't look like they were just getting started in school. It's like they had been enrolled in this school for a while. So like, were they taking like a 2-hour commute to school every day, or
I don't. I'm very confused about this whole like scenario of like them moving but also coming back but also not coming back on time. I really don't understand it. I was hoping and praying that you had an answer, because I was stuck on that the whole time. I was stuck on it.
The timeline is nuts for this movie. It really doesn't make any sense. it kind of feels like they started to try and lay down some semblance of a timeline because there were clues. Winter grazing. Oh, we'll be back in a couple weeks. They made a phone call and he was like, oh, I know I told you I'll be back in a week. So we were able to track the time. Okay, it's been 1 week since, they had left 6 days since they left the dogs behind.
Yeah.
And then after that, shit just goes left. And I don't know when or where we are. So
I was somewhere in Thanksgiving, and I'm like, I don't know if this is this year's Thanksgiving, the next year's Thanksgiving. Like,
was that supposed to be Thanksgiving? You talking about the end of the movie?
Yeah, they had a turkey, so I was assuming that's Thanksgiving. And plus, remember, dude, when he dropped the pumpkin, like that's a Thanksgiving play. So you're somewhere in the range of Thanksgiving or
So we're still in the fall. We're barely even in winter then. So. And then what also tripped me up is their attire didn't match because when they went to go drop the dogs off, because I had to rewatch the beginning of the movie because when I got to the end, I'm like, wait, what? So at the beginning of the movie, when they go to the ranch, like Peter is wearing a t-shirt. They're in t-shirts. They're chilling. I'm like, dude, you guys are not acting like you're up in the mountains in the winter or the fall, But by the end of, because they're up in the mountains, it should be. At least a light sweater should have been on if it's October or November. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. Okay.
And then at the end of the movie, though, little Jamie was adorable, by the way, but little Jamie has 2 sweaters on. So I don't know. I'm glad that you agonize over this as well because I was so lost. And
it just made me upset. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
The timeline didn't make sense. The reason why they're moving didn't make sense. The back and forth didn't make sense. It was just like they just like skipped over this reason of why they had to leave the dogs behind, but also
I know the reason.
Well, he said it was a tight quarters or whatever.
Bullshit. The reason is Bob doesn't care about those fucking animals. That's the reason that I wrote down.
I saw that I saw that's the conspiracy theory. They're like, Bob was actually just trying to kill the animals. He didn't want to actually eat more animals.
He did not. He did not like those animals. He did not give a shit about them.
Yeah.
He was not pro-animal. Like, he came over to talk to Peter and he was like, yeah, we're just going to leave him. And he's like, oh, it'll be fine. He was so apathetic in the beginning. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, and they could have taken a cat. There's no place they were living where the cat couldn't have lived. Let's be real.
A cat is a cat could live in a box, to be literally honest. So
right?
The cat should have been fine to take, but I guess it would have been unfair to take the cat and not the 2 dogs.
Yeah, all right. So this movie is about
let's get into it.
So this movie is about this family, the mom and dad, they get married, and the dad is entering a family that already has 3 kids. There's Peter, who's the oldest. There's Hope, who's the second child, the middle child, and then Jamie is the youngest. Each kid has their own pet. Peter has a golden retriever named Shadow. Hope has a Himalayan cat named Sassy. I know nothing about cats. When I was writing what these animals were, I just put cat in my notes and I had to look it up. I was so anti-cat. And then Jamie has a rescue American bulldog named Chance. So for some reason, the family's moving and the dogs have to be left on this ranch. The dogs are like, fuck this. And they decide to make their way back home to find their family. So at the top of the movie, we see Chance. Chance is voiced by Michael J. Fox, and Chance is the worst goddamn dog ever. He's just destroying clothes, just eating off of people's plates, jumping up on couches. Like, Chance is the worst. Chance would be leashed up outside and just fucking, I don't know, man. I couldn't with Chance. He's not it.
Oh, damn. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Here you have it. Christy Nome, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't do that. You can't do that. I've already made that joke. Yeah, so
I mean, go ahead. At least outside, but he definitely needs some training, and
he needs a lot
for
of
the
training.
Wedding. I would have definitely put him in a cage because he was.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I meant. Like, during this all these people, Chance is not socialized. He is a rescue dog, so. He did tell us about he's the only one that's been locked up. He's like, I did my time. I paid my nickel. I was like, all right, Chance, easy.
Yeah.
So,
Man had
he's
a
still working
tattoo.
through some things. And
Yeah.
they decide to just let him roam free with all these guests around.
Yeah, that was
But
weird.
it was very clear from the jump that Peter was not a fan of Bob or this marriage, because when they were getting married in the I do's or the kiss or whatever, Peter watched Bob so fucked up. I'm like,
He did.
okay, he's
He's giving
not.
side eye, bombastic side eye for sure.
Yeah.
He's not a fan. Hey, step parenthood is not easy. It is dramatic.
It's gotta be tough. It's gotta be tough. 100%.
It is not
But,
easy. I failed, so shit.
What? You almost dragged me into just slandering this woman on our podcast. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But you are not a failure. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. So they give us about 10 minutes of like who's the family, trying to set the plot, what's going on, and then next thing you know, we're at the ranch where they leave the pets with the most irresponsible person ever, because she didn't at all, like, her place wasn't ready for dogs. Like, she didn't see that big fucking stump there that easily you can climb over. I mean, forget about the whole dogs escaping thing. Like, her fence needed to be like a foot higher. Like, it wasn't like, that's her place is not secured. It's not. It really isn't. Those dogs immediately escaped as she turned her back on them. And then who does that? Like, she got the dogs like 10 days into having the dogs are still getting adjusted or whatever, and then she just pieces out. Like, she should have told them, can you bring the dogs after I come back from this winter grazing thing? Like, I don't understand why. Because Bob could have gone ahead. It was 2 weeks. So Bob could have gone ahead and started his new job or whatever. And I don't remember the mother's name, but she could have stayed back with the kids and then taken the dogs to the place and then met up with Bob later. Like, this whole family unit, Bob's the worst. All this is Bob's fault.
Bob is weird, but I'm not blaming that lady because the whole thing. Okay, so yes, the whole thing is Bob's fault because they didn't even have to. Again, we already hashed this out, but they didn't have to leave. Bob could have done whatever temporary thing he was doing and come back like he was planning to do. So I don't blame her. Like, if you have a temporary situation and they're like, yeah, I need you to watch the dog for 2 or 3 weeks, or I don't know how long, because they just said visit. So I don't know what was going to happen after the visit. Like, I don't know what was happening there, but, they didn't make it sound like it was a permanent situation. So
yeah,
I don't blame her too bad for, especially if you're not used to it. You're just like, I assume they're going to hang out. I mean, I don't know. You don't know until
Chance was having a great time.
Yeah, Chance was enjoying himself. Sassy was just, cool, except, her tail got stepped on. It was only Mr. Shadow who decided that when Peter told him to stay, that something was wrong and he had to go find him. So they left because of Shadow, or else they'd have still been there. I have another note like that too. I was like, if they had just stayed put in any of their places they stayed, they would have had their family back like 30 minutes ago. But yeah, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, true. But Shadow felt abandoned. He felt abandoned. So I don't. He did feel. I don't blame him.
No, hey, listen. This show is not the show. This movie is very emotional. Like even the first one. He's like when Peter tells him to stay, and you could see he wants to run after him, but he's like he just repeats the word stay. He's just that loyal. He just listened to his owner, and I was like, "Aw."
It was. Hey, Shadow was doing a real great job. Well, I'm saying Shadow, but Don Amici, is that how you say his name?
Yep.
Well, he was voicing Shadow. He did a real good job nailing the emotional beats of the movie. Because even at the beginning, when Peter was playing like basketball with Shadow, I wonder if that's the inspiration for Air Bud. Anyway, while Peter was playing basketball with Shadow, I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, Shadow's a better dad to Peter than Bob is. Like, I just got that vibe. It's just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So
when he walked away, he's like, well, who's gonna keep his feet warm? And who's gonna watch over him? Who's gonna protect him? Who's gonna sleep on his bed? I was like, he's like,
I know you're sad, buddy. I just wish I knew why. I was like, God damn, that was heavy. I like that line. That was nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're removing a lot of the blame off of Kate, right? But can you explain to me what the fuck was up with that mystery note?
I don't know.
Incomplete.
I don't.
What was
know.
that?
I don't understand. Actually, I did again. The plot hole made me actually look this up because I was like, what the fuck was that? Why would she write that? So
Yeah.
Apparently, in the TV series, and there's also like
There was a TV series.
Yeah, there was a TV series, as well as some kind of director's cut release that actually explained it. So the whole note actually said that the dogs or Shadow is sad and he enjoys when you take him on a drive to town. But it didn't say that because it blew off. So it just said I want to take him on a drive or to whatever to the winter grazing thing. So the rancher person who was helping her out assumed that she took him on a drive to the winter grazing thing, and he was like, that's kind of weird. But she was actually leaving him a note saying that, you know, whenever he can, if you don't mind taking him on a drive, like when you go into town and things like that, he enjoys that, is what the note was supposed to actually say.
So why didn't it say that?
I don't know. I don't know why the top layer popped off and the back layer was just it saying on a drive to, and then there was nothing else. I don't know what happened there.
Like did the ink blow off of the page? Like I don't understand.
I do not know why the top layer popped off. Okay. The bottom layer did not have the full sentence. I don't know what it ran out of ink and she was like, he'll figure it out. I don't know what she was doing. But the instructions were to take him into town, and not that I'm taking him taking them on the journey wherever the hell she went. Because when he came back, he's like, I thought that was kind of weird that you took him. He's like, yeah, why would I do that? He's like, well, you know, it said so. He's like, what?
And they didn't even like explore it. They just moved on. So I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. All right. Wow. Okay.
I had to Google it because I was like, this note makes no sense. Like, only the top layer got blown off, and it didn't add up to what was actually supposed to be saying. Like, again, I assume they just thought kids are watching this, they don't care. But when you watch it as an adult, you're like,
true.
What the fuck?
That is definitely, and especially watching it for the purposes of this podcast, where I'm being a little more critical. Yeah, it did chip away at some of the armor of this show, because I love this movie. But man, some decisions in it. So the animals now are out in the wilderness, and Shadow's like just over that mountain ridge or the top of that hill or whatever he said. And they get to the top, and all they see is just vast nothingness.
Yeah.
And Sassy is like, fuck this.
You know, I would have turned around.
Because Sassy said she was going to stay there. No, go back to the ranch, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing, but yeah, I would have gone back. I was like, listen.
Hey, I will say this, right?
We thought over the ridge.
Shadow, right? You know, some leaders, they like motivate you and they say encouraging stuff. Because Shadow's obviously the leader of this group, right?
Yeah.
Shadow ain't that kind of leader, man.
Nah, he's just like, I'm doing what I do.
I don't give a fuck what you guys do. I'm going
home.
Either you guys come with me or you don't. It don't matter. But I'm out of here. Okay.
Yeah.
He used that to get chance to leave the ranch, and he used that to get Sassy to come off of the hill. You know. So yeah, Shadow is just like, all right, guys, do what you want. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission.
I'm gonna find Peter. Yeah, I'm on a mission. I gotta get this done. He needs me.
Whilst in the wilderness, there are some things that that set me off a little bit, right? So
your girl fishing?
I left the fishing alone, because not only did the cat fish, right, she doubled down on it. Like later on, she apparently caught so much fish that the dogs were like stuck. And I'm like, dude, are these dogs going to get like fish poisoning or some shit, mercury poisoning? Like, what is going on right now? Some fucking fish bones in there. Like, these dogs are gonna die. I think all these animals are gonna die. This is crazy work. Okay.
All right.
But I let that one go. Right.
Okay.
First they encountered some bears. Right.
Yeah, some black bears. I thought they were gonna die. I was like, oh, they getting fucked up.
They should have died.
Yeah.
The amount of times this dog should have died in this whole journey. So they met there was 2 black bear cubs, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine because black bears aren't particularly aggressive, you know?
No.
So it
They're
is
the ones you do
believable.
want to meet in the wilderness.
And they're cubs. So it is believable that a dog would be able to scare away 2 black bear cubs. 100%.
Yeah.
What is unbelievable is that a fucking grizzly bear, which has not been sighted in California since 1924, is going to show up. is going to show up where there were 2 black bear cubs. Like, where was that grizzly bear raising the black bear cubs?
Maybe.
No, what's more likely is that grizzly bear killed those black bear cubs' moms and now is coming after
back
these
to
dogs.
finish the job.
Yeah, because, and then, like, on top of that, I guess the grizzly bear just decided the dogs weren't worth the trouble. Do you know how fast a grizzly bear can run?
40 miles an hour.
Grizzly bear's average speed is of 35 to about 40 miles an hour. Do you know how much a golden retriever and a fucking American bulldog can run? We're talking like 25 miles an hour, okay?
Top speed.
A top speed golden retriever could probably hit 30 miles an hour, okay? Like, and let's not even talk about the cat, who has little ass legs. So
I don't know how the cat was keeping up at all the entire journey.
I don't like,
because they were on full sprints and the cat was just right behind them. I'm like, okay.
Listen, so the grizzly bear never chased the dog, so I guess my gripe isn't a real one. But I promise you, if that was a chase, those dogs were dead.
Yeah.
Later on, I know I'm jumping ahead. They encounter a mountain lion. Cougar, puma, whatever you want to call it. They encounter a mountain lion. Okay, so that is correct as far as the fauna of that region. Yes, mountain lions are in that mountain range. Do you know how fast mountain lions can run? Those motherfuckers can achieve speeds of 50 miles an hour.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ain't no way in hell Chance and Shadow outrun that mountain lion. And then on top of that, they tried this cutesy catapult the fucking mountain lion into the river trick. Like, you know, like animals, I lived on Animal Planet, you know, National Geographic. Like, I'm watching these things growing up. So I'm like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Best case scenario.
Yeah.
An American bulldog and a mountain lion weigh about the same. Best case
Absolutely
scenario.
not.
Best case scenario, because best case scenario, because there could be smaller ones. It could be a female one. It could have been a juvenile one. That's what I'm saying. Best.
But it looked like
scenario.
a full-grown mountain lion.
That was clearly a full-grown mountain lion. So we're actually talking about twice the size of the dog.
Ain't
so
no
that's
way
like
he was heavy enough
250
to
pounds.
catapult that damn mountain
No.
lion.
That's not how physics works. That's not how the animal kingdom works. That took me out the movie. I'm like, whoa, these dogs are just surviving any and everything they encounter. So yeah, that was my little friggin' National Geographic corner. Yeah, they did by any means necessary.
You know what? So you said your biggest gripe, so I'm gonna say mine. So my biggest gripe with this movie was these full ass grown sentences we were getting, but when they were spoken back in the same language, they had no idea what was being said. And that just took me out of the movie. I was like, why? Man's is just explaining like, hey, we'll be back. And boy's like, I don't know what you're saying, but okay. And I'm like, in a full sentence back. And I'm like, what?
So
why
communication
and not understanding English?
Communication amongst the animals is another one of my points. That's probably my second point, because you're absolutely right. I'm like, okay, so it just doesn't, I don't understand how it works, because they established early on that animals, they cannot understand humans aside from command words, right?
Yeah. Sit,
stay,
come,
home,
stay,
sit,
yeah.
you know, that type of stuff. Okay, fine. But then later on, after they escape the mountain lion, Chance makes a comment to Shadow, and he says, "Oh, you're like Tintin from that TV show."
I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
Like, what? How do you know what that is? You just said you don't understand English. Like, what are you doing? Like, they were just, They were wilding on the communication thing, bro. Like, oh my God, I couldn't get out of it. It was like, I couldn't get out of it. Like, the whole time I'm sitting there like, what?
Oh my
full
God.
ass sentences, full ass understanding of the world, but just can't understand when they're directly being spoken to by their owners. And I'm like, what kind of freaking Family Guy Stewie shit is this? Like, what is that? Like, what? Pissed me off, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It'd have made much more sense if they just had a narrator, just narrate the whole thing, narrate their thoughts, whatever, and just like, this is what it should be. But they gave them all individual voices, all individual understanding. They can talk to each other, but just when humans talk to them, they're just like, okay.
But
you're like,
but here's the thing, though. To go one step further, it's not just the humans, though, because then it's like, okay, well, can animals just communicate with each other? The bears didn't talk to them.
Yeah, they didn't say shit to the bear,
lion,
the porcupine, the raccoon.
So I'm like, well, maybe they can't understand other species, but then how are the dogs and cats talking to each other? So, yeah,
Oh my God, bro! I was like,
I spent way too much time on like the whole communication. How this works.
That was my biggest gripe. Of everything else, I'm like, is that and the second of like, why are they even moving? What is that? Like, that bothered me, but the communication thing just took me out.
Oh my gosh!
They just had to do that because I guess if they did understand, then the whole movie was pointless. It was like, hey, I'll be right back. You're like, all right, cool.
They're going on a trip, guys. Don't worry. They're just gonna be away for a few weeks, couple months. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. Could have been lying.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Damn. Whew.
Yeah.
All right. So once Kate realizes that the dogs are missing, she.
First of all, you keep ignoring the cat. You must hate cats.
You know what? You're right. I'm being very
doggist,
animalist here. I'm so
I don't know,
sorry.
cattist, somethingist.
I apologize to all the cat lovers out here. There is a cat, and you know what? I actually like Sassy. She was the funniest character I feel like in the movie. Because a few times like I actually like laughed or chuckled, it was because of something Sassy did or said. Yeah. So I actually did like Sassy. So when Kate realized the pets were missing, she contacted like the Rangers and I don't know what homeboy's name was, but Frank or something. I don't know, but he's like, well, you've done everything you can do. He was already like, just like, all right, well, those animals are gone.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
She's like, not everything. And I guess the not everything she hasn't done was tell the owners, because we cut to a scene of the family like crying or being sad about, well, the family plus Bob, because Bob didn't give a shit. He really did not. He did not. But then I will say this, right? So Peter starts yelling at Bob, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. He's not your dad. I get it. He doesn't care about your dog. But he's still an adult. And he started yelling at this man. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, Bob, you need to whoop this kid's ass. Because
oh, my God.
Don't let him speak to you. Don't let him speak to you like that. Like, what's going on here? I'd have been like, Mary, get your fucking boy. Like, or else I'm going to have to. I don't know. Is that her name, Mary? What's the mother's name?
I don't know. I guess it's Mary from now on.
She's going to be Mary if I can't. Laura is her name. Damn. Fuck that up, too. All right.
Pretty bad.
So, I bet Laura, get your son. All right? Like, don't let this boy talk to me this way.
I have the note. I guess Peter gets dramatic was just in the script because he just got dramatic. It was like they were like action and he just turned on a switch. I was like, okay.
All the time. I was like, yo, Peter, like there's like way too much dip on his chip. I was like, dude, you need to bring it down a couple of notches. Because after that, he goes to the police station and he's like, oh, members of my family are missing. That is what he tells the police officer.
Yeah, he did.
And then when the police officer realizes he's describing animals, he's like, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yeah.
And then
we don't have time for this.
He starts yelling at the officer. And I'm like, all right, you see that right there? That right there that's the problem. When white people don't beat their kids.
Yeah,
okay? Because this boy's out here wilding. He's about to be a problem when he gets older, okay?
You gotta nip it in bud.
You gotta. So, and then the most unrealistic thing is like, so the police officer did give him a tip or put some flyers up. And then he was like smiling with the kid on the way out. That's not real. That I would have been like, fucking crazy ass kid. That's what would have happened. Like as that kid left, he would have like mumbled that under his breath, but whatever.
Maybe he had a lost dog at some time when he was a kid, and he was remembering. He's like, this is what I wish I did. He told him good luck.
I guess.
Then he threw a Snickers at him and winked and did the gun thing.
So Peter gets home and he like, I don't know why he was going for that box on that top shelf. I guess just so we could see him find a flyer. But
no, there was something in the box. There's something written on it, and I can't remember now. But
maybe it was crafts shit to make.
Yeah. I think so.
So one of the posters falls out, and he's like, "Oh, Mom, who made this?" And she's like, "Oh, Bob did." And she's like, "He put them everywhere." I'm like, "Well, not everywhere. If there's one pair under a box."
Oh, Jesus Christ! You really hate Bob.
Bob's full of shit, man. Like, let's be real. Bob's not it. But then Laura told like Peter that Bob was scared to talk to him because of how he yelled at. Listen, man, this whole family dynamic. One thing that I did not pick up on as a kid for sure. This movie is so fucking white. Like they had that black police officer in there, but this movie is so white. And like later on, when the Rangers find the pets. I'm sorry. When the Rangers find the pets. And like the family is like
singing all those show tune songs.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? I was like, yo, I feel like I'm watching like a nature documentary and I'm seeing like white people in the wild because I was like, what the hell is this? I've never been on a car trip with my family and we're out here singing songs and like, nah, man, that's not real life. But
yeah, I'm definitely not singing 100 bottles of beer in a wall. Take one out, pass it around. Like, no, we're not doing that. It's not happening.
Oh my gosh. So back to the animals. They're going through all kinds of stuff. Sassy gets lost for a little bit. She washes down the river.
Sassy should have drowned. Like there's no part of me that believes Sassy survived. Listen to me.
When old random dude found her, I don't know if you peeped this, right? Because I didn't even see Sassy. Like they showed the area and like I couldn't see her body. And he walks over, he picks her up, and then Sassy starts breathing. He's like, "Oh, you're alive." I'm like,
right.
Whoa,
I was like, "What are you gonna do with that dead body? What were you going to do with it? Like eat it? Like what is happening?"
He's about to holler her out, yo. He's about to skin that man.
No, I peeped that too. I was like, creepy. Like, what are you about to do with this animal creepy that you found?
Some taxidermy, I guess. I don't know. That was weird. That was weird.
She gave a little meow and then passed out. Shadow chance. And then passed out. I was like, okay.
Sassy, by the way, is played by Sally Fields. I did not mention that, but
Sally.
Yeah.
But yeah, her ass is dead. There's no way she survived that.
Listen, all three of these animals died several times throughout this whole thing. So they reunite, the three animals reunite, and they continue their journey again. And that's where they find, as you call, Ghost Girl, but this random girl is lost in the mountains.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she didn't look like she was out there hiking, or why was that girl there? She wasn't dressed to be hiking.
She looked like she wandered from her bedroom. Like she was in pajamas. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
But I guess there were cabins nearby where they were camping at or something. I don't know. It was weird.
I didn't see no cabins, but okay, maybe. Ghost girls is what I got.
Show us. Yeah. So what was hilarious to me is, so they find a girl, they bond with her, and they keep her, they watch over her, and then Shadow hears people looking for the girl. At first I saw people searching, and I'm like, are these people looking for these animals, the pets? Because I'm like, this is crazy. But then I heard them saying Molly. That was a girl's name.
Yeah.
So Shadow goes on top of this mountain ridge, and he looks down and starts barking. And the girl's dad said, "What's that? What is it, old fella?"
Yeah. It's a Lassie moment for sure.
He leaves the group to go follow this random dog. So my question to you, you're
absolutely
out there looking for a child.
No. I'm not following a random dog that starts barking at me. I guess I would have just lost my kid at that point because I was not doing it. I'd be like, okay, well, maybe someone should get this dog when we find my kid. I was not following this kid, this dog. I'm sorry. Like that was
Oh
just
my
pure.
God.
That was pure movie magic because it wasn't happening. Also, what kind of search party is this? They were all in a group
In a straight
searching
line.
in a straight line. I'm like, did it think the first person was gonna miss her, and the second person's like, oh, I found her? Like, what the fuck? That was the dumbest search party I've ever seen in my life. Also, this is, I guess, an 8, maybe 7-year-old kid, and they had like 5 people out there. Like, you would think it'd be much bigger force. I mean, I don't know how long the kid was missing. Maybe it's been a couple hours, and maybe that's all they got for now. But
no, but they had like park rangers looking, so
yeah,
it was long enough and serious enough. So they should have been either doing a grid search.
Yep,
it was a better way to do it, not a single file straight line bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I was like, all right, they obviously planned this. They want to get rid of their kid too.
Was gonna die. She was gonna die. Okay,
for sure. That's why I call her Ghost Girl, because whatever. But anyway, yep, man started barking, and Dad just knew, and he followed him, and there you go. Also, dog took off in like a dead ass sprint, and the dad was just magically right behind him. I was like, how is this possible?
And he was up in a higher elevation.
Yeah, higher on the mountain. Like, how you even get up there?
I don't know. It happened though. So here comes like one of my favorite parts of this movie. One of my new favorite parts of the movie, right? So they find a girl, and then the 2 rangers that are with them.
Oh my God!
The woman ranger recognizes the dog. Jill, this is the most terrible line delivery I have seen in a long time. She says, "Mark, these are the animals that were on the flyer we got." And I was like, what the fuck?
That was somebody's cousin or wife, man, because
had to be. It was so bad. Like she was either reading off of a prompter, there was like signs behind of Mark, or they were in her ear feeding her that line. It was so wooden. And I had to rewind it because I'm like, did she really fuck that up? Just, you have one line in this movie, miss. And she couldn't hack it. It was the moment was too bright for her. 100%.
I don't know what that was. Yeah. It'd have been better served if she didn't say anything at all, and they just showed like them holding the flyer and the dog at the same time or something. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, her line delivery was just embarrassing, to be honest. So, like, Jesus Christ.
So, family's all excited. Bob rounds up the family because he's a fucking hero. He pulls Jamie out of his play rehearsal, completely disrespects the woman that's running the play, destroys that pumpkin, and just takes off, ignoring whatever questions she had asked them. And
but bro, I was like, why do they have these, I guess, 5-6-year-olds playing with a real pumpkin? Like, you could so easily drop that. Like, why is it not a plastic fake pumpkin? Like, why? Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Who's cleaning this up now? Like, I was mad. I was mad at the pumpkin. I'll be honest. I was like, this is dumb.
Oh my gosh. So they're all on a car ride, singing their show tunes and just having a grand old time. And the dogs think they're in hell because Chance is convinced this is the pound.
Yeah. And, I mean, it was the pound.
Bad things happen here. Well, it was a shelter. It was more of a shelter.
A shelter is a pound.
There were vets.
They got vets too.
Yeah, I guess that's tough. Anyway, and there were a bunch of other dogs in lockup. Which why were the dogs hollering at Sassy?
I mean, they said cat calls.
They literally did that for that one fucking joke, and it was so bad. Because I'm like, are these dogs going to have sex with Sassy? What is going on? Why are they horny for a cat right now? That made me ask way too many conversations.
But I know that if she had slipped and fell into one of those, she was not making it out.
She was done. She was done.
But again, Chance's paranoia and, anti-pound just causes them to, again, get lost. And now we're back at it again.
Yeah. Yeah, so these vets suck. They let these dogs escape. Thank God they were able to pull out those spines out of Chance's face.
Yeah, it's
because
been
who knows what
infected.
infection he was about to get.
Yep.
Um,
But they didn't give no
and
antibiotics, so whatever is in
they were
there.
about to. Yeah, they were about to when Shadow burst in the door.
All I know is Chance is likely about to die because his face has been infected.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll pretend that
we
doesn't
should have
happen.
had a running chart of all the ways these pets should have and could have died because oh my gosh. So they escape out of there. The vets give a half-assed attempt to try and catch them. Doesn't work. And of course, as they run off, here comes the family pulling up as happy as ever, right? Another moment that pissed me off. I'm like typing in all caps here right now, right? Because they're the dogs, the pets are running away, and Shadow stops, and he's like, I have a feeling I should go back, but he didn't. So they kept going, right? So now we cut to like several hours later because it's nighttime, and they're still at the fucking pound, and they're like, oh, let's go look for the dogs, and they're like, no, because I think Peter said, oh, they just left. And the mom was like, well, no, that was hours ago. To which I'm like, so why the fuck did you guys stay there for hours? Why wouldn't they just immediately after they got there and they say, hey, the dogs just ran away? Why were they not out there looking for them like moments later? Like they just escaped. I don't understand. And then we have Peter outside, Shadow. Shadow. I'm like, dude, he's fucking gone. You blew it. I don't know. That pissed me off because I'm like, you guys are unserious.
Like, I don't know if they were trying to do the whole thing of like they just left, so maybe they'll come right back. So like, let's wait around. But yeah, I don't know why. At least the father could have gone out and like checked and stuff. But nope, they're just kind of chilling there.
So the pets finally get to a ridgeline where they can actually see the town, the city, the town, I don't know, wherever they live. Yeah. And Sassy says, Shadow, you were right. Like, that motherfucker was not right.
Bro, I have that exact note. I was like, I said, LOL, I mean, none of them were right, like, at all. They were just lucky and barely. Like, they just happened upon everything that happened. Like,
you guys each died at least 3 times, right? During this journey. Like, come on, man. Yeah. So now they cross the train tracks and Shadow, I definitely forgot this part, man, when Shadow walked onto the plank and just fell into a random sinkhole that somebody poorly boarded over. Yeah. And there's an emotional beat here, which they're trying to encourage Shadow to climb out, and he can't because he sprained his ankle or whatever. And Chance is he climbs down there and he's trying to like encourage Shadow. There is a nice scene where this is after they thought that Sassy died, and Shadow was sitting there talking to Chance about what it means to be a dog, and just like being there, unconditionally, playing with them when they're happy, comforting them when they're sad and lonely. Like, this is what it means to be, man's best friend. So that was a nice. We've been cracking a lot in the movie and laughing at, but there are some emotional beats, and it is a touching story.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So to see Shadow at the bottom of this pit, struggling, it's tough. So we fast forward now to the family, and they're back home. And I think this is where you and I probably, individually, were like, what the fuck is going on? Because now they're back at their regular home. So we don't know how much time has passed. It looks like they're back home. So it looks like Bob relocated his family for like a 3-week fucking job, which is absurd, But anyway, they're back home and they're outside playing, and they hear.
When I looked it up on the job thing, they said that he had to go back to submit that grant thing. Remember, they were talking about like, hey, the board of directors, whatever, is there. So he had to go back to do that grant thing. But after he did that, then he went back home. So again, it was like that was not worth
That's a solo business trip. That's all that is.
It was not worth dragging his whole family. I know he just got married, so maybe, I guess there was some conversation around that. Like, I don't want to leave you, but
he didn't just meet his wife. Like, they've been together for however long before they got married.
They've been planning this. It's just, I don't know. I'm just, fine. Yeah. Bob sucks. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So, so we had it barking in the distance, and the kids were like, James said, well, what's going on? And I will not lie in this podcast. It gave me chills when Jamie was out there like calling for Chance, and then Chance came over the hill, broke the tree line and started running towards him. It gave me chills, 100%.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the heart of this movie right here. This is why you watch this movie. This is why this movie, it has like a pretty high approval rating on everything. Like it's a really nice movie,
Yeah.
So then Sassy comes up, trotting along next, and big reunion. And Bob is like, oh, wow, the whole family's back together. And we're like, shut up, Bob. Like, don't fuck this up, okay? You're not a part of this, okay? And then, Peter is like, where's Shadow? And then he gets sad. And of course, Peter, not being a well-adjusted little boy, starts like, throwing a tantrum again. He's like, he's too old. He's probably died. He couldn't make the journey and whatever, And then somehow Shadow recovered enough to climb out of that mud pit. And he comes trotting along. He took a little bath or whatever because he got cleaned up a little bit. There was still some dirt on his coat, but he comes trotting along. And I mean, he was not as dirty as he should have been. That's all I'm saying.
He definitely was like, you know what? I can't show up half-assed. Let me just
That's what took him so long. Yeah, that's what took him so long.
Yeah, a little spritz. Okay.
Yeah. So then, and then it's a big reunion. It's very sweet. Peter does need therapy, though. I don't want to overlook this. They need to deal with this boy and get him some emotional counseling because he's clearly, I don't know what happened with their previous dad. I don't know if he was killed in an accident or something, because that's what I think happened.
I don't think they talked about it, did they?
No, they didn't. I'm filling in backstory on my own.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain why this boy is such a loose cannon, okay?
Okay.
So,
got it.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so, happy reunion. The pets are reunited with their family. And at the beginning and at the end of the movie, Michael J. Fox, who is playing Chance, he was doing some light narration. And he did talk about the lessons he learned along the way and how, for the first time in his life, he finally feels that he is home.
Yeah, he got home.
And that is the 1993 Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
Yeah, I think that
also. No, I was just gonna say the source material. It is a book. I didn't know it was a book before.
Yeah.
Just now, the name of the book is called The Incredible Journey by Sheila Burnford.
Okay.
And then the director of this movie was Dwayne Dunham in his directorial debut.
Well, folks, I know we've been kind of ragging on the plot points and stuff like that, and yeah, when you watch it as an adult, it's very glaring. But it's like Omari said, it's not a bad film at all. It's actually a pretty good film. It's simple, but the emotions are real and there, and I do like the fact of each individual dog has an personality, which we kind of touched on already. But yeah, you could definitely see why it works and how Chance is kind of your bubbly young person just getting into life, but I guess has had some tribulations in life where he's afraid of some hardships. And then you have Sassy, which is your glue, even though Mark keeps ignoring her. She was funny, but she was kind of like the blend between the two of them, like trying to keep Chance from being too silly, and Shadow from being too serious. And then, of course, Shadow is the one who runs away with it all, of his loyalty, his ability to just not question anything. He's like, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to be there for my pet. My owner. And I think it's the reason why we all love dogs, right? That undying loyalty of
unwavering.
Some people, that unwavering, undying loyalty of just you're my person no matter what. So. But yeah, no, it's a cool movie and definitely pulls on the heartstrings, especially when the dogs are reunited and they make it over the bridge. I was it would have been nice to see them working together and how they figured out getting freaking Shadow out of there because it was too wet and too steep. So I don't know what
Yeah,
magic they did or if somebody
that
else like
was
came by and got him out or what happened, but I guess it'd have been
that
nice to
was
see
a
that.
yeah, that was something I noted that I obviously didn't care about when I was younger, but I
Yeah.
really wish I saw because when I saw Shadow fall in the hole, I was like, oh yeah, I don't remember how he got out of this.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
because they
because they
don't
never
show
showed
it.
us. Yeah, yeah.
You don't remember because they didn't show it. They're like,
Yeah,
yeah, whatever. All right, I do have a
yeah.
question for you. So, of the three, which one do you think you are more like? Are you Shadow, Sassy, or shit? What's the dog? Chase.
Chance.
Chance. Chase.
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 Out of the
Paw
three,
Patrol.
I think I identify more with Shadow.
Okay, because
Yeah.
because
Huh?
you're older. Like,
No, no, just the like the like him being like, all right, like we have a duty to do, like we have a job to do, like let's do it right, in that kind of way, where it's like, um, I don't know, just does that determination, like I get that, I admired that in Shadow, where because we could have seen Shadow, we never saw Shadow say like doubt Peter, he
oh,
never
that's
doubted
true.
him,
That's true. Yeah.
and he's like, nah, man, this is what's supposed to happen. This is how we do. This is how we live. This is how we operate.
Yeah.
And like I get accused of being too much of an idealist or something, where like I want things to, like, in an ideal world, like this is the way things are supposed to be, and like for Shadow it's like, no, this is, I'm with here. He tells me stay, I stay. He comes back. We do our thing, And if that gets broken, a challenge is like, well, something must be wrong. It's not that the system, the paradigm has shifted or something. It's I know something is wrong. I need to go and help him. I need to, figure this out. So I admire that about Shadow. Chance, I don't even know. It was between.
Oh,
It was going to be between Sassy and Shadow for me because I can be a shit talker when I'm ready. But I'm gonna go with Shadow. What about you?
I'm definitely going Sassy. I don't like the name, but I'm going Sassy. I feel like I'm a good blend between like silly and serious, and then
Yeah,
my quips I be muttering under my lip, my under my breath,
yeah.
much shit bullshit. You're like, what the fuck? I'm like,
I
hey,
agree.
what do you want from me?
Yeah, I 100% agree because, like I said, Sassy was the one that got the most laughs from me throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that
Yeah,
means Shamoy is Chase Chance. Shit,
Chance is his name.
Chase Chance.
Oh my gosh.
You're
I
welcome,
guess.
Shamoy.
I guess.
All right, one more question. So let's talk about it. If Shadow didn't make it over that hill, would the movie have been better or worse?
Oh my God, worse. Jesus.
Oh, damn.
You think it'll be better if Shadow didn't make it over?
I mean, yeah.
Damn, this is for kids. This is not
I
some
know,
gritty freaking drama.
Kids need
Nah,
to learn. Shit doesn't always
what
go your way.
I think what would have made it better is if Peter saved Shadow. I think that's what would have made it better.
Was he out there trekking, trying to find him? Oh, like he's the
No,
one who
no, no,
found
no,
him in the
no.
hole?
I mean, literally from the hole. Yeah,
Oh,
like so
okay,
if,
okay.
or even Bob, to earn some of like Peter's trust and my trust because fuck Bob. But like, so
Damn.
if Chance had come, because I expected Chance to like try and gather the family and make them like a la Lassie, right? I guess we're just talking about Lassie now, right? Like, oh
Yeah.
hey, Shadow's in the battle of a well.
Yeah.
But
Just like
I
how
think if Chance, because I just talked about how like Shadow never gave up on Peter. Peter gave up on him one time. He was like, he was too fucking old. Fucking dog died
he
out
immediately
there.
did.
He wasn't like, no, he's got to be out there. Like if Peter was like, no, Shadow is out there. If he didn't come back, something happened to him. We got to go find him. To me, that would have made it better. That might have made me actually cry. Like if we saw that from Peter and then he and Bob went out there to go save Shadow. But Shadow dying? No, absolutely not. Protect Shadow at any means necessary.
I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know about worse. It would have been like, that makes sense for me.
Oh, God. Well, I guess. I mean, you want the movie to start making sense at the end of the damn movie? Like,
I mean, might as well.
Second minute? Like,
but I do agree, if some magic way, because I don't know how far away this railroad was from their house or whatever, but
true.
If somehow Bob and or Peter had stumbled upon him in this hole and been the one, he looked up all sad, like this is the end, and then Peter or Bob stick their head up and save them, that would have been like, all right, this is it.
But hey, boy, you got some more years left in you. I got you.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, that was it.
Whatever.
That was it.
Whatever.
That's it.
Whatever. All right.
Anyways,
let's end this. All right. For any newcomers, we rate our movies based on 5 categories: plot and writing, acting, casting, production, cinematography, music and sound, and cultural impact. Everything is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. Jill, what do you have for plot and writing?
I mean, yeah.
I know.
So yeah, it's a solid 2 for me.
A 2?
Yeah.
Damn, a 2 is not a solid number, by the way.
It's a very solid number. Okay, I can make it a 3 just for you, so you don't feel too bad.
No, it's fine. I gave it a 5.
I could do 3.
I give it a 5. Yeah, okay. Acting and casting, what do you have for that?
Well, you hate Senor Bob for whatever reason. I guess I more focused on the animals than the people.
Yeah.
So Shadow, Michael J. Fox,
Don Amici and Sally Field.
Sally Fields, thank you. Yeah, I think they did pretty well. So I actually gave that a 6.
I gave it a 5 because of all the human actors dragging the shit down, to be honest.
That's fair.
So I did give it a 5. Although I did, and also Michael J. Fox was a little annoying at times for me. I don't know if you were getting that vibe. I guess maybe that's just a character, but
yeah, I didn't attribute that. I left him alone on that. I think that was just the puppy or the young dog thing.
Gotcha,
I left that alone. But yeah, he was definitely like, for a few scenes, I was like, I would have taken that back to the pound. I'm gonna be very honest. But then I was like, damn, I can't do that. But I really thought it, like, his ass needs to go back to the pound. Like,
yeah, this dog is not it. Yeah. All right, production, cinematography, and visuals.
Yeah, so I thought that was actually pretty nice. It wasn't too bad. So I actually gave that a 6 as well.
I gave that a 6 also. I also saw that so apparently they shot a lot of the scenes with the animals by themselves, so they had to like edit all that stuff together to make it look like the animals were interacting when they weren't really interacting.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I couldn't see those seams at all while I was watching it, so that's nice. Music and sound. What do you have for that?
I mean, I didn't really get much from it personally, so I got a 4.
No? That sweeping score at the end didn't do anything for you?
That was it though. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, when he came over the ridge, it's very nice and it fits, but that's it. So I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I had a 6. Is that high? Hold on.
I might be too low.
I mean, there is a theme that was scored for. I'm gonna leave it at a 6. I have a 6. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not super high. It's fine. And then cultural impact. What do you have?
This one's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it spawned, there's a remake to the TV series. There's a sequel. I don't know many kids who haven't seen it.
Correct.
Especially in the 90s.
90s, yeah.
Yeah, not now. Yeah, they probably like, what the fuck? But yeah, 90s kids. I think it was, and the score is very high. So I'll give it an 8.
For me, for cultural impact, I'm just gonna have it at a 6. Like I love the movie. I think it's amazing. But there is a TV series. Are you sure about that? When was that?
I read that. I need to make sure. Are you Googling it or no?
No.
You made me sick, bro. There was a TV series from 1992.
Oh, it predated the movie too.
Yeah. I only knew that because again, I went in that hole of like this freaking note, and somebody on Reddit was like, they explained it on the TV series, and I was like, oh, what TV
Oh yeah.
series?
Okay. I'm gonna put 7. I'm gonna give it a 7 because I think this is anybody born from 1990 to like 1999, they've seen this movie, or at least 1997. They've seen this movie, right? And that's a big deal because there's a lot of content out, and there's a lot of things that slip through the cracks where I can bring like a Fern Gully, and half the people are like, what? And the other half are like, oh yeah. I feel like for Homeward Bound, a larger percentage of people are like, oh yeah, I love Homeward Bound,
Yeah.
So like I said, like my roommate, he's from Seattle, I'm from the Virgin Islands, and we met together in college in Colorado. I was like, fuck yeah, Homeward Bound is the shit, and we watch it together, So I'm gonna give it a 7. So final scores, you have a 5.4 for Homeward Bound, and I have given it a 5.8.
We're always pretty close, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have some different. I want some 0 and 10s here.
Like, that's what I want you to have like a 3 for something, and I'm like a 8, and it's like, what the fuck? And we have to like fight to the death for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it. I'm for it. But the thing is, like, Homeward Bound actually is a movie that I also enjoyed as well as a kid. It hit me in the feels here. It hit me in the feels for sure, but not as deep as it used to. So I don't know if I'm hardening and becoming evil or what's happening, but
oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, I was expecting to full blown be bawling, and I didn't. I was like, oh, okay.
You did say that, mention to me several times. You were anticipating.
I was like, maybe I hardened myself because I was like, I don't want to do this. Because I texted you last night, like, I don't want to be sad. You're like, well, too late.
No,
I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's not as sad as I remember it either. There were moments, like I did say, I felt chills, and there were some emotional beats.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
It's still an enjoyable watch for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. It just didn't hit me like it used to. So
no.
I think the plot holes kind of screwed it up.
They're so glaring.
Yeah.
Yeah. We both individually spent a lot of time focusing on the plot holes, and of course that's going to pull away from the movie and because now we're not immersing ourselves in it, Because honestly, I started watching this movie. I was like, no notes. I don't have my laptop on me. I'll just like jot some shit down after I'm finished with the movie. And like, as more and more crazy shit started happening, I was like, where's my computer? I gotta write this down. What is happening? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that will do it for our real talk and banter on Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. To connect with us, to give us some feedback, or just say hello, email us at realtalkbanter@gmail.com. That's REEL banter@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Is that Sassy drowning, or you sounded in distress?
I was in distress because the show is over, so I was just letting the listeners know. I assumed they could understand me because I can understand them sometimes. I don't know.
Okay, well, all right. That's interesting. Cut the tip.
Now I'm a raptor. Now I'm a raptor. Okay, it's over.
You know what I missed is that this is a remake. Did you see that?
Yeah, from like 1960 or some shit.
63, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
So I had no idea. So
yeah, when I was looking up this too. What?
Mm.
I was gonna say when I was
change the dogs.
We haven't done that this whole damn time. It's the first time, Jesus.
I know.
All I was gonna say was when I was looking it up last night, I was like, damn, I hope he's not talking about the original. I was like, I don't know where to find that. I was like, ah, shit. I hope I'm watching the right one. And I didn't want to bother you because I was like, first of all, I should have watched this a long time ago, but whatever.
Oh, I was fucking with you. I was watching it last night. When you texted me, that's what I was doing. No, I was definitely watching it. When you text, I was in my couch. I was like, oh, you should have watched it sooner. Yeah. I'm like literally in the, I think I was like 30 minutes into the movie when you texted me. Yeah. But yeah, so in the original, there was it was a Labrador Retriever, a Bull Terrier, and a Siamese cat.
Oh.
What do you think about the dog swap there?
I mean, I don't think I care.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Do you
Bull
care?
Terriers are weird. I wouldn't have liked to see a Bull. I like Labrador Retrievers. That'd have been nice to see a Labrador, but yeah.
I mean, Labradors are pretty. Maybe they changed it because of the whole Lassie thing. They didn't want to have it like associated.
Lassie is a border collie.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. That's fine.
What the fuck? Okay.
In my
all right.
mind,
Well, now we're just dragging this on.
Whatever. Whatever.
Oh my god!
As I said that, a picture of Lassie came in my head. I was like, "Yep, that's not right." But I was like, "Fuck it."
All right.
Anyways,
let's end this. All right.